8-5.
The following is a presentation of Eagle Radio and Sacred Heart Basketball.
Well, welcome into Sacred Heart Basketball, another Friday night here in Salina, back at home after the doubleheader sweep up at Belleville and Republic County this past Tuesday. Welcoming you in here this evening. Adam Coulter here. Trey Tully as well will be on the camera this evening as we get set for another night home game as the girls and boys from Ellsworth have made the trip here this evening. First game of two here tonight, Ellsworth and Sacred Heart in the girls action. Ellsworth, the Lady Bearcats, coming in off a heartbreaker against Beloit at home this past Tuesday evening, as the Bearcats found themselves down by 9 to always a tough Beloit team. Into the fourth quarter, they actually outscore Beloit 13-5 and fall on a heartbreaker as the Bearcats fall to the Trojans. Coming off that loss here tonight, that final score back at home was 48-47. That moved the Bearcats to a 5-3 overall record and 3-2 in the NCAA League. Meanwhile, Sacred Heart this past Tuesday broke a two-game losing skid to improve to 4-5, and they are 2-2 in the NCAA League. As that final score up in Belleville this past Tuesday night, as the Knights took an early lead and never looked back. 8-0 run to start that one, followed by a 16-0 run. 13-2 after one, 27-4. Hey, man. How you doing? Good. Getting some handshakes here at the scorer's table from some of the referees. One I haven't seen in quite some time, but again, Knights went up 27-4 at halftime, never looked back in a 45-28 win over the Republic County Lady Buffaloes. So the starting lineups here for the two teams here in this one. First for the visiting Ellsworth Lady Bearcats. Again, they come in 5-3 overall. They're 3-2 in the NCAA League standing so far this season. Head coach Craig Batchman, and the starters tonight will be 5'7" junior Lainey Peshka. Also 5'7", also a junior, Joe Lindsley. Josie Kuzer, 5'11" and a junior. Alexis Moore, 6 foot and a junior, so some size between those two, the two post players. And Elise Haxton, 5'7" and a junior. Interestingly there, 5 juniors will start tonight for Ellsworth. Lainey Peshka, Joe Lindsley, Josie Kuzer, Alexis Moore, and Elise Haxton. Again, the head coach, Craig Batchman for Ellsworth. 5-3 record, 3-2 in the NCAA League this season thus far. Meanwhile, for Sacred Heart, Adeline Lee will start. Addie is sophomore. Bethany Campa also will start this evening. Senior starter for the Knights, as is Alyssa Patterson, another senior for the Knights. Skylar Douglas, leading scorer for Sacred Heart, a junior. And Nicole Richards, a junior as well for Sacred Heart. So as it's been all season long thus far, it'll be Adeline Lee, Bethany Campa, Skylar Douglas, also Nicole Richards, and Alyssa Patterson, the starting 5 for Sacred Hearts. 2 seniors, 2 juniors, and a sophomore in the starting 5 for Sacred Heart. 4-5 record, 2-2 in the league, and head coach again this season is Carl Hines. Do want to thank all of our sponsors here in the area for supporting Salina, Saline County, and Sacred Heart Athletics all around the area. Some of our sponsors include Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, Billings Group, Equity Bank, also the Salina Pain Clinic, Smart Insurance with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington, and also Bennington State Bank, who in particular is our sponsor of the area scoreboard. As we have time throughout the games, we'll see if we can round up some scores from some of the other area teams and league teams of interest here this evening. So once again, Adam Coulter here, Trey Tully also here on the camera this evening. And let me correct myself, as tonight, Alyssa Patterson's going to come off the bench, and it'll be Eden Sharpton starting. And I assumed I put down the regular starter, so actually I need to correct myself. A couple of different ladies. Eden Sharpton will start tonight, as will Mia Hamilton, where Bethany Campa and where Alyssa Patterson normally would. So actually it'll be Sharpton, Hamilton, Douglas, Lee, and Richards. And the opening cap will be controlled by Ellsworth in their own blacks, moving left to right here in the opening half. Knights in the home whites one more time. Now up top, far side wing, left side, back up top once again to Alexis Moore. Near side to Lindsley, into the lane. A turnaround, shot up, missing off the front iron. Offensive rebound, put back up, also won't go. A second offensive rebound pulled in by Kuzer. Kicked out, right wing, three ball good. Elise Haxton makes it 3-0 early. And Ellsworth up 3-0 early. Right there on the other end, that quickly, Skylar Douglas makes it a 3-2 game. Back down the floor again. 3-2 game early. Not quite a minute gone by here in the opening quarter of this one. Referee right in my line of vision there for a moment. There's a pass in the lane, kicked out for three. Same spot, same result. This time it's Joe Lindsley with a three. It's 6-2, Bearcats early. A minute 10 gone by first quarter, and now it's a 6-2 game. Douglas with the left hand again. That'll miss short on the jumper from the right side. And Ellsworth, the defensive board, and back down the floor again. This is Peshka handing it off to Lindsley in the near corner on the right side. Back up top between the rings now, left side it goes. Into the corner and slipping with it. And a whistle and a foul will be called. This will be the first on the game for either team. And they're going to call it on Addie Lee. It'll be her first personal and the first team foul. So across the way it'll be Haxton to inbound as it goes into Peshka. Peshka to the near side to Lindsley. Nice pass to the left, to the right low block, missing, but an offensive rebound. Three from the corner is going to be short. And it's going to be Sacred Heart basketball. Yeah. Well, no, it won't be. Nicole Richards picked up the foul, her first, second team foul. I thought he said a white ball, and maybe he did, but it's actually Ellsworth basketball now. Into the lane, turnaround, shot, buried. Alexis Moore makes it an 8-2 game. Still 2 minutes, only 2 minutes gone by here in the first quarter. Fast pace, but right now, Sacred Heart on the short end of the stick and a deficit of a half dozen at 8-2. Lee wants to drive to the elbow, foul line right side. Douglas back to Lee for three from the right wing. A rainmaker missing, and Douglas knocked it out of bounds, and it's going to go back to Ellsworth. So Skylar actually knocked it out of bounds going for the rebound, and Ellsworth with the ball back one more time. Five and a half to play. Opening quarter here, first of two. Tonight here on SalinaPost.com. Glad you're with us. Right side, nice feed in for a moment there to Haxton. And now a tie-up on the left lane line. Richards for the Knights. Lindsley for the Bearcats. And the alternating possession here will give it back to Sacred Heart. 5:13 to go, first quarter. It's 8-2. As the Knights have yet to lead in the game, they trailed 3-0 and 3-2. And the last 5 scored by Ellsworth as well. It's 8-2 with 5 minutes left in the opening quarter. Leah driving a pull-up off the glass. Nice angle. Up and good for the basket, so Addie Lee with her first 2. And now the score is 8-4. Across the timeline, Alexis Moore for the Bearcats. Douglas waits for her on defense there. We'll give and go there for a moment. Back to the right side for 3 from the wing. That'll miss. Long rebound saved in there, and that was a nice save in the corner. Turner, kicked back out again. Nice save by Kuzer to Moore. Now trying to get a pass down low again to Moore. And they're going to call a foul. This one will go on Eden Sharpton. So each team now with, or I should say each of 3 Sacred Heart girls with a foul apiece, 3 team fouls. Top of the key now, left side in the lane, turnaround. Forced one up there, did Kuzer, and couldn't get it to go. Rebound to Douglas in transition. Back up top between the rings. Right side to Mia Hamilton. And Addie Lee trying to get it back to Hamilton. Went up, will it count? No basket. They're going to say the foul's on the floor. That was a nice play though by Mia Hamilton as Lee a couple of steps from her and tried to get a quick pass to her. Actually hit her in the leg, but she picked it up, went to the basket. The shot went, but it won't count, but it does give the Knights back possession out of bounds. 4:05 left in the first quarter. The Knights 8-4, looking up at a 4-point deficit. Shot up by Hamilton, no good. Offensive rebound to Addie Lee to the basket. Scoop, shot good, and one. And that one will count. And Alexis Moore, or check that rather, Josie Kuzer, I should say, 23. Or was it 20? Okay, it was 24. Little confirmation here from the scorer's table, but nonetheless, 2 team fouls against Ellsworth now. Out of bounds, so the Knights have been rung up for 3. Ellsworth, 2 infractions thus far here in the opening quarter. 3:45 left, opening period. And the Knights now within 8-6. They were down 8-2 at their biggest deficit. Lee again coast to coast, under too strong off the glass and out of bounds. As Alyssa Patterson's going to check in for the first time. In for Eden Sharpton. First subbing of the game for either team thus far, and that's going to go out of bounds. That should go right back to Ellsworth. First subbing for Ellsworth here tonight. That'll be Regan Hansen.
You can run box on the side. Here we go. Go get it, Abby.
So Douglas to inbound again. Into Richards, back to Douglas, right side. Working against Peshka defensively. Addie Lee trying to shake off her defender, goes to the baseline left and draws a 2-shot foul. 3:19 to play, first quarter. The foul is going to be called on Elise Haxton. Her first, 3rd team foul against Ellsworth. Each team now with 3. Here in the opening 4:41 of quarter number 1. Free throw up and good. So Addie Lee with 5. Skylar Douglas with 2. Knights within 8-7. Comes Bethany Campa in. And out goes Mia Hamilton for the Knights. Second shot good. And we're tied at 8. First tie of the game. So a 6-0 run by the Knights has put them neck and neck, and there's a shot, in and out. No, good, but the put back up is good. Hansen couldn't get it to go, but Keyser, correct my pronunciation there, on the other end to answer. That'll miss by Douglas. So the Knights had it tied 8-8 for a moment, and now down 10-8. Ellsworth with the slim advantage, and the ball back offensively. The shot from the left side off the glass, up and good. That's Reagan Hansen. 2.5 to go before the end of one, and comes Lindsley back in, and she's going to come in for Peshka. And back across the timeline. Taxton with it. Left side she goes to Keyser. Up top between the rings, now to the left side. Corner and baseline. Shot up short. Offensive rebound, put back up, missed. Another offensive rebound, and boy, tighter open the inline it looked like, and into the game as well for first time for Ellsworth. Kinley Place. Left side to Camp into the basket, and she's fouled. Reagan Hansen. 1:47 to go. Trying to break a little 4-0 spurt by Ellsworth. Camp's first free throw missed. Five different ladies for Ellsworth with either a 2 or a 3-point basket. Shot up, missed, and the rebound stretching out for the board there was Lindsley. Out near side, there's Josie Keyser, and now it's going to be a foul on Addie Lee. It'll be her second, and it's going to put Kinley Place at the free throw line. So each team with 4, so neither with a foul to give. 96 seconds left here in quarter number 1. Comes Addie Lee out of the game. And Mia Hamilton's checked back in for the Knights. Second free throw up, and that one also good. So they trade 6-0 runs to the two teams. It was 8-2 Ellsworth. Knights tied it at 8, and now Ellsworth was answered with a 6-0 run of their own to go back up 6, 14-8. Picked out right side, long 2 up and no good by Hamilton, and a push, and this is going to be another foul called on Sacred Heart. It'll be their 5th. So Ellsworth will shoot 2 free throws. First foul called on Patterson, and the 5th overall against Sacred Heart here in the opening quarter. .119 to go in the opening quarter. There's a free throw up, off the heel, no good by Hansen. So she makes his second free throw. It'd be the biggest lead of the night thus far for Ellsworth. Shot up, and that'll, boy, sat on the front iron but would not fall. Rebound to Patterson, missing both free throws, so the lead stays at 6. Now Douglas to the free throw line, left elbow. Now Campa left baseline, driving to the basket. Blocking foul called. And 2 more shots, this time from Sacred Heart, as it's going to be on Reagan Hansen. Her second personal, 5th team foul against Ellsworth with 1:07 to play here in the first. So it's 8-2, 8-8, 14-8. That free throw will miss, so still on a 6-0 run are Ellsworth, as the two teams have traded 6-0 spurts. Second free throw up, and that'll break it. So Bethany Campa with one. 14-9 with a minute to go here in the opening quarter. County rivals here. Ellsworth versus Salina. Of course, league rivals here in the NCAA League, the North Central Activities Association. Shot from the left baseline is missed. Rebound taken by Mia Hamilton, and she is going to be fouled by Alexis Moore, it looked like. And it will be her second personal. And again, both teams over the limit now. (14-10) the score. Free throw by Mia, up and good. Second free throw is going to miss, so it's still a two-possession game, 14-10. And in the lane, and a traveling violation is going to go against Ellsworth, so the ball back to the Knights. Kelly Rodriguez, 5'11" juniors, checked into the game for Ellsworth. Right side to Douglas, and then the Knights may play for the final shot here of the opening period. 20 seconds left. And Richards trying to find Douglas cutting to the basket. Taken away by the Bearcats, so now they've got 10 seconds. Center circle is Peshka. Left side she goes. Three-pointer from the corner is well short. Skying shot underneath. Another offensive rebound. Another offensive rebound, and a foul called. Clock stops, 7/10 of a second, so Ellsworth will shoot a couple of free throws as Alyssa Patterson picked up her second personal foul. Again, both teams over the limit, so unless there's a crazy foul in these next 7/10 of a second, left-handed shot buried. And I just mentioned that Kelly Rodriguez had checked into the game for Ellsworth. Second one, she buried them both. 7 different Bearcats score in the opening quarter after one. Ellsworth 16, one tie by the way in the quarter. Ellsworth 16 and Sacred Heart 10. We'll come back with the second quarter after this. You're listening and watching to Sacred Heart Basketball on SalinaPost.com.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Life is better with American Family Insurance because our agents provide specialized local expertise to help you get the right coverage at the right price. We understand that farming and ranching is at the heart of what you do, and we want to help protect what you've worked so hard for. Let's build the policy your farm and ranch deserves.
Contact Scott Osherman, agent at Scott Osherman Agency, Inc. at 785-392-3111 today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Back at Sacred Heart. Hamilton for three from the corner, near side missing. So the Bearcats on top 16-10. Addie Lee leads all scorers, by the way, with a half dozen.
Stay up, get pressure. Get pressure, Skylar. Ball right here. Up to the ball.
30 seconds gone in, reaching nearly stolen right at half court. There's Peshka working against Mia Hamilton, puts up a shot with the left hand, missing it short. But this is gonna be a foul on Mia. Checked out her first personal, first team foul here in the second. And to the free throw line to shoot a couple is Lainey Peshka. She's the lone, as soon as I say that, she buries the free throw. So the 5 starters and 3 bench players, and every one of them either one basket or a couple of free throws made. Oops. They've all got either 2 or 3 points. Do the Bearcats. Talk about balance. Balance scoring. Shot there missing by Douglas. Still in the opening minute here, second quarter. And down the floor with Lindsley. Whistle and gonna call a foul on Nicole Richards. Her second team foul. We're still not quite a minute into the second quarter, and Hamilton nearly stole the inbounds pass, but it is tipped out of bounds. And still just 58 seconds into this second quarter. The Knights already run up for 2 fouls. And Ellsworth has scored a couple of points as well. Going left, it's Haxton around Douglas. Little give and go there. Shot missing by Haxton. Reaching in. Hamilton had it for a moment. Peshka takes it away now. Eden Sharpen back in their outlet. Richards to Douglas and going to back off. Left baseline, now Leby on the arc, left wing. 90 seconds gone by, second quarter, the Knights down 18-10. There's a runner, shot good by Mia Hamilton. And she'll go for a 3-point play. That's 3 for Mia. First team foul against Ellsworth, and the first personal foul called on Langy Peshka. Richards will come out, and Bethany Campa back in for Sacred Heart. Free throw good.
Skylar.
18-13. Knights within 5. Left side to Peshka. Peshka back to the near side to Elise Haxton. Bounce pass on the right lane line to the left. That's taken away. It was a pass to Lindsley. And Addie Lee comes away with it ultimately. Bounce pass to the corner to Hamilton. Again, got it. Another 2 by Mia Hamilton. She's got 6 as well as Addie Lee. Knights back within 1 possession. It's 18-15. A 5-0 spurt now by the Knights. Inching a little closer to the Ellsworth lead. 5:40 left. Up top to Peshka, driving left lane line. Scoop shot, a tough runner up and good. Strong move to the basket. Now puts Ellsworth back up by 5 at 20-15. And Bethany Campa, Ellie Campa, excuse me. Eden Sharpton, Addie Lee. And Skylar Douglas now for the Knights. Free throw up, off the heel, no good. Rebound. And some of that size there, that's up and good. It was Alexis Moore and Josie Kuzer. And Coach Hines wants a timeout. So Kuzer with the basket. 4 straight by Ellsworth. A 7-point game now after the Knights had it within 1 possession. 5:26 left, first half rather. Knights down 22-15 to Ellsworth as you're listening and watching Sacred Heart basketball.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Back in Salina, back here at Sacred Heart. 22-15, a 4-0 spurt out of the timeout. Knights with it back to the basket, high off the glass, too strong, but a foul and a 2-shot trip to the stripe. And they're going to call a foul on Josie Keyser. Bethany Campa to shoot. Free throw up, free throw good. Bethany Campa had a free throw in the first, and now she was 1 of 2 in the first, and now another one here in the second. Second one up, and that one will miss, so another 1 of 2 trip, and Ellie Campa gets tied up with Josie Keyser. As we approach 5 minutes left here in the opening half, it's a 6-point game. Knights had it within 3 early here in the second quarter, but another run by Ellsworth has put them back on top by double figures. There's a shot missing, offensive rebound, put back up, no good. But this foul will send Keyser to the free throw line. And the foul is going to be on Ellie Campa. Her first, 4th team foul against the Knights, so none to give now for the Knights. Just 2, so still 2 to give for the Bearcats. Stoppage of play now. It looks like a little cut. Well, it looked like just a little cut maybe, just a bandage on the leg. And right back out to shoot her free throws. First one missed by Keyser. And back into the game, Kinley Place. Joanna Lindsley is going to check out for Ellsworth. The second free throw is up. That one also missed. Rebound taken by Eden Sharpton. Dumps it off to Addie Lee in transition with the right hand on the right wing. Left side, open 3. Ellie Campa, that'll miss. And the rebound taken by Haxton, down the floor off the glass, and another run to the basket to no avail, but 2 more free throws coming. Second foul on Ellie Campa to the free throw line. Lainey Peshka for the Bearcats. Another free throw up and good. Alyssa Patterson's going to check in, as is Nicole Richards. Out goes Ellie Campa, and also out goes Sharpton. Second free throw's up, and good. Peshka was the only, of all 8 ladies for Ellsworth, she was the only one. The other 7 scored at least a basket in the first quarter. Peshka now with 6 to lead the team. 6 of the 8 Bearcat points here in the second. And there's a foul against Ellsworth. That'll be their 3rd team foul. The Lainey Peshka, her 2nd personal foul, team's 3rd, as I said. 4:17 to go before halftime. And it goes to Bethany Campa. Now Douglas on the right side goes to her left lane line, a scoop, a shot off the glass, but no good as she hits the deck. Patterson scrapping for a loose ball and still down there as Lee comes over to help, and timeout called by Ellsworth in that process. 30-second timeout, 4:05 to play, first half. Ellsworth matching their biggest lead now, 8 points. It's 24-16, and you're listening to Sacred Heart Basketball, and you're watching it on SalinaPost.com.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Back out of the timeout, 24-16, 4 minutes to go before halftime. Pass to the near side on the right is Kinley Place, and Now taken away by the Knights. Here's Nicole Richards for Sacred Heart. Far sideline across the timeline. Skylar Douglas and now Addie Lee between the rings. 3:40 left. The three-point bomb up by Lee. Misses off to the left. The offensive rebound put back up by Campa, and she will draw another two-shot foul. Foul's going to go on Kinley Place. That's the fourth against Ellsworth, so now already in the bonus is Ellsworth, and no good on the free throw. Place is going to go out, and back in Joanna Lindsley. Second free throw coming for Bethany Campa. Second free throw's up and good. So she's been to the free throw line 3 times, 2 shots each time, and she has split them each time, 1 of 2. Douglas waiting at half court defensively. Lee, Hamilton, Patterson, and Richards on the court for the Knights. 3:21 to go before halftime. Knights are down by 7. Their biggest deficit's been 8 a couple of different times. Lee's Paxton, far corner, out of the right baseline for a jumper, up, and boy, that was halfway down and out. No good by Lindsley. Rebound to Lee for the Knights. Outlet to Hamilton. Backs up for 3 beyond the left wing. That missed short. And the rebound goes back again. Haxton takes it across for Ellsworth. 2:50 left before halftime. Bearcats by 7, 24-17. Between the rings, left side now, Kuzer. I've said Kuzer and Keezer. I've heard Kuzer and Keezer. That's going to go out of bounds. So we have 2:32 to go in the second. And the Knights had it within 1 possession early in the second. But another run after that extended the lead back to 8 and now 7. 3-pointer by Lee from the right wing, and that'll go. 9 for Addie Lee. And that cuts the 7-point deficit down to 4. That cuts the lead in half. The free throw followed by the 3. Makes it a 4-point game, 24-20 after it had been 24-16. Under 2 to play. Turnaround. Shot from the baseline is missed by Moore. And again, Lee to take it across the timeline. Lee looking for Richards. Gets it to her beyond the arc. 100 seconds, 1:40 left. And counting here, late second quarter. Lee wanted a 3 again, but Moore in her face, or Haxton rather, excuse me. Lee again driving right side, and the foul's on the floor. But it's not going to matter because it's going to be a 2-shot foul. Elise Haxton picks it up for Ellsworth, her second. Each team over the limit now with 5 apiece. And Addie Lee's going to shoot 2 for the Knights and try and cut this down, do a 1-possession game again. So 10 for Addie Lee. Kinley Place checks back in. Also Regan Hansen for the Bearcats, and back in for the Knights is Eden Sharpton. 24-21. It's a 1-possession game again, I should say. Free throw up by Lee, up and good. So 11 for Lee by herself. The lone double-figure score in the game thus far. And the Knights back within 2 again. Not going to try for a defensive stop here and create a chance for themselves to go back down and maybe tie or take the lead in this one. Ball fake left side by Peshka. Trying to get around Hamilton, pulls back up, sits on the iron, no good. Put back up though is good. Josie Keezer now with a half dozen. Lead 4 again. 26-22. Douglas driving the left side. Left-hand shot, though, gets a piece of the side of the backboard and on the floor. Sharpton for the Knights. Hansen for the Bearcats as Holly Bonilla checked in briefly. Like a ninja, didn't even see her check in. But Lee will check in for right now. Knights with the ball. Baseline left. Inbound is Douglas. The lead 4 for the Bearcats. Been as close as 2. We've been tied one time at 8. But the Knights have not been able to get over that hump and get a lead in this game. Three-pointer by Douglas. Left side. That was halfway down and pops back out. 25 seconds left. Ellsworth. There's a steal by Douglas. And ahead of the pack. This should be an easy. Nope. What I get for assuming. I started to say it should be an easy layup, but right there, Kinley Place is going to make Skylar Earnham from the free throw line. That's her second personal, and again, both teams over the limit with 5+. 20.4 to go before halftime. Knights within 4, 26-24. Free throw up and good by Douglas. A modest 3 points for her, and the lead is back to 3 at 26-23. Holly Bonilla back to the scorer's table. Douglas hits another free throw. 4 for Douglas. 2-point game. Final 15 seconds for Ellsworth. Now 8, now 7. Peshka with it in the lane. Left hand forced up, no good. And it's out of bounds with 0.2 of a second, and by rule, there has to be at least 0.3 to just tap in an inbounds pass. So the Ellie Campa checks in for Mia Hamilton. Quick one. And the basket will, well, had it gone, it wouldn't have counted anyway, but after 16 minutes, the Knights keep battling back. Just need to get over that hump at the halftime break as the Knights were within a couple, 3 different times as they are now at the break. It's now Ellsworth 26, Sacred Heart 24. We'll take a break. We will come back and get you the individual scoring numbers coming up. You're listening and watching the Sacred Heart basketball on SalinaPost.com. And welcoming you back in here to Sacred Heart Basketball. Adam Coulter and Trey Tully on the broadcast. Well, the Bearcats outscore the Knights 16-10 in the opening quarter. And the Knights outscore the Bearcats 14-10 in the second. Thus, the Knights trail by 2. It's 26-24 as the Knights found themselves down by 8 a couple of different times. One tie at 8 apiece. And the Knights were within 2 3 different times, including right now at the halftime break, 26-24, but need one more little spurt to get them over the hump and get them their first lead here in this one. Here's the scoring for Ellsworth as all 8 ladies who have checked into the game have at least 2 points. Lainey Peshka didn't, she was the lone lady. 7 of the 8 had points in the first quarter. She had all 6 of hers in the second to co-lead her team. Also Josie Kieser with 6 more. 3 apiece for Joanna Lindsley and Elise Haxton, and 2 apiece for Alexis Moore, Reagan Hansen, Kinley Place, and Kelly Rodriguez for the Ellsworth Lady Bearcats. Meanwhile, for Sacred Heart, 11 points from Addie Lee to lead all scorers, a lone double-figure scorer. Half dozen from Mia Hamilton, who got the start tonight. Skylar Douglas, 4 for her, and 3 by Bethany Campa, who came off the bench. A couple of players, Alyssa Patterson and Bethany Campa, came off the bench where they had started this season every game, and Mia Hamilton and Eden Sharpton got the starts here this evening. And by the way, out on the floor are Sharpton and Hamilton, along with Douglas, with Richards, and with Lee. Out there, Peshka, Lindsley, Kieser, Moore, and Haxton. The starting 5 for the Bearcats will start as well here in the second half. Ellsworth ball, right to left, they move as we view it. Knights will turn it around and go left to right now. Boy, forcing that one up there, no good by Alexis Moore. But she's going to draw a 2-shot foul, 17 seconds into the quarter. Third quarter. Foul's going to go on Eden Sharpton, her second. Free throw up and good. So Moore can make it a 2-possession game again by hitting the second free throw. Shot up, shot good, and does just that. She's got 4, and the lead 28-24. Still the opening 30 seconds here of the third quarter. The Knights still very much in this thing, down a couple of possessions. Boy, skies one up there from the right baseline. Addie Lee up and good. There's a reaching and a takeaway, and Addie Lee struggled, only had a modest 3 points for her against Southeast of Salina back on Monday, but back to what I would call her old self, scoring at will. So the score again, 28-26, a 2-point game with a minute gone by in the second half. Up top is Haxton with it, spinning around Lee to the left wing. Back up top between the rings, and now to the right side to Peshka. Peshka going to drive the right lane, or the right baseline, I should say, and bury a shot. She's got 8, and now leads the Bearcats in scoring all by herself. 8 for her, 6 for Keyser. 90 seconds gone by, third quarter, 30-26, so now a little seesawing from a 2-point game to a 4-point game and back again. Richards out high, gets it to Hamilton. Hamilton one dribble to her right, to the left. Now Douglas up top. To the elbow, left side. And now where Lee had it blocked, going for a 3 from the left wing. And Lindsley will block it and take it for the Bearcats. Open 3 now from the left wing, and that's good. By Lindsley now with 6. That's 5 straight for Ellsworth, and the lead is 7 for the Bearcats. Shot up and under, left side, good by Eden Sharpton. So a timeout taken by the Knights. We'll take one as well. 5:38 to play, third quarter. It's now the Bearcats 33 and the Knights 28. Back after a break. You're listening and watching to Sacred Heart Basketball on SalinaPost.com.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
You're listening to Sacred Heart Basketball.
Back from the Sacred Heart Gym, Adam Coulter and Trey Tully on the broadcast. Biggest deficit for the Knights has been 8. They've been as close as 2 since it was tied 8-8, the lone tie in the game. I said at the outset of the third quarter, still just trying to get over that hump and get a lead here in this one, but clock will roll again, and Five and a half to go in the third, and up top, Peshka with it. A long 3 from the wing right. That'll miss. Rebound to Douglas. Hauls that one in and down the floor quickly with a left-handed dribble, and now at the right. Sticking to the right to Hamilton on the right. There for a moment. Addie Lee in the Knight logo between the rings. To her left now, right around Richards. To the basket. Scoop shot, though too strong. But Sharpton there on the rebound, and that'll go. About 3 bounces, and Eden Sharpton now with 4. And it's a one-possession game again, 33-30. To her right, to her left is Haxton. Drive there by Lindsley. Lindsley back to her right, back to Haxton one more time, and Eden Sharpton's going to steal it away for the Knights. Alexis Moore was the intended target with the pass. Sharpton took it away now. Mia for 3. Mia Hamilton from the right corner up and no good, but another offensive rebound by Eden Sharpton again. Right place, right time. Lead now to Douglas. Douglas crossover dribble to the basket, off glass and good. It's a 1-point game. Lead with Douglas, I should say, with 6. The lead is 33-32. Halfway through the third. Shot left side again. Boy, a high bounce off the cylinder and the iron, and right through it goes. Another timeout call, 36-32. The lead is 4. 3:54 to go in the third. Knights down 4, and you're listening to Sacred Heart Basketball on SalinaPost.com.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
Back here at the Sacred Heart Gym, the Knights had it within a point at 33-32 on the basket by Skylar Douglas, and a three-pointer by, that was a three-pointer to answer, but will that be, no, it's an offensive foul. Addie Lee is called for the offensive foul, and I thought I had a referee and Coach Hines between me and the play. I saw the shot go up and was hoping that Addie might get a free throw trip to the line, but to no avail. So 3:35 to go here in quarter number 3, and the lead had got down to 1. 4 right now. A runner from the left baseline. Shot on the other end to answer, no good. Rebound to Ellsworth. Saved by Lee into Douglas. Nice play by Addie. So it's a 6-point game once again. On the other end, Hamilton up strong, and she'll draw 2 shots. Alexis Moore called for the foul. .303 left in quarter number 3. Second shot, or first shot rather. Patterson's in for Sharpton. And for the Bearcats, Moore comes in for Keyser. So Hamilton with 7. And 8 now for Mia. Bethany Campa checks in. Out goes Mia Hamilton. 38-34. Kind of just been bouncing back and forth between around a 2 and a 6-point game. There's a long 2. Right wing is up and good. And that was Elise Haxton with that basket. Bethany Campa with 5 now. 40-37, a 3-point game again. Long 3 from the right wing, short. And the rebound, Addie Lee, and now she's ahead of the pack all by herself. Up with the right hand, scoop shot, good. 15 for Addie Lee, the lead back down to 1 again at 40-39. 2:06 and counting here in the third quarter. Left side, Peshka for 3 over Lee. That'll miss. Knocked out of bounds. No, it isn't. It's saved by the Knights. Outlet now, Patterson. Puts it up, missed that shot, and a rebound taken by Keyser. Minute 38 and counting now. It seems like every time I look down to right a basket from one of the players, before I look up again, someone's scoring all over again. Fast-paced third quarter, 1:25 to go in the third. There's a drive to the basket, dumped off, left side, shot up, good. Peshka drove it. Left side went to Kinley Place. 42-39. And Lee stumbles in the lane. And it goes out of bounds. So Lee's going to come out. Hamilton's going to come in. 1:06 to play before the end of 3. 42-39. Sauntering across the stripe, Mia Hamilton waiting on defense for Lainey Peshka. 1 minute left here, late third quarter. It's a 3-point game. Ellsworth on top with possession. And there's an looked like an offensive foul called. Or no. Well, they just skip it to the Knights. It was knocked out of bounds. And there's around a pick was Douglas for a moment now, and there's a rebound by Patterson underneath with 35 seconds left. That one will go on Josie Keyser. Her third, second on the team as Lee comes back in for Bethany Campa. 42-39. Fast moving third quarter, only 2 fouls rung up on each team respectively. There's Hanson back in for the Lady Bearcats. 35.1 to go, 42-39. Knights with the ball. Mia for 3 to tie it up, and it skips off the iron, no good. Rebound taken by Kelly Rodriguez, who also checked back in. Pass for the right low block is up and good. Megan Hanson now with 4 points, and the lead is 5 at 44-39. Kick out to the right corner, shot missing by Hamilton off the feed from Lee. Final 10 seconds now. Ellsworth will take a 2-possession lead into the fourth quarter, but by how much? Shot up, missing. And that'll do it for the third quarter. So after 3, it's now Ellsworth 44, Sacred Heart 39 rather. 5-point game heading to the fourth. Back after this, you're watching and listening to Sacred Heart Basketball on SalinaPost.com.
When there is wastewater backing up into your home, time is crucial. Hours are precious to minimize the mess and damage. That is where Salina Septic Service looks out for you with direct access to their dispatch board, so you can schedule the first available appointment, upload pictures and description of your problem on the Salina Septic Service website, and secure your appointment 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Money-saving specials now and information on worry-free service plans when you visit SalinaSepticService.com.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
And now back to Sacred Heart Basketball.
And we are back, 44-39. Douglas for 3 now, near corner missing. Long rebound to Sharpton. Now Hamilton from the other corner. That'll miss as well. And the rebound taken by Peshka, the double teamed in the backcourt, passing out of the trap. And Ellsworth with the ball and a 5-point advantage, 44-39. Knights had it within as close as 1 twice at 40-39 before that 33-32 in the third. So the Knights still have not led. We were tied at 8. They trailed by as many as 6 and as close as 1, but have not gotten over the hump. Much like the game against Southeast on Monday earlier this week, where they hung tough but could not get over that hump and get a lead in that one either. Shot missing, and the rebound to Lee off the miss from Ellsworth. And Haxton, Addie Lee goes left hand now right, kicked out. Douglas for 3, right wing missed. Rebound taken by Moore, and back to Ellsworth. Paxton across the timeline. 7 minutes to play in the game. The Knights down by 5. 2-possession game. There's a runner up to the basket, though, no good. And another one also no good. Blocked from Lindsley. And Hamilton comes away with it with 6:45 to go in regulation. Bounce past Douglas for 3 near corner. That one's short. And Eden Sharpton tied up with Laney Peshka for their respective teams. And the alternating possession arrow is going to give this to Ellsworth. 6:39 to play in regulation. Knights inbound to Haxton around the right side, all the way to the basket, up and got it. She's got 8 points. And more importantly, that extends the lead now to 3 possessions and 7 points, 46-39. 6-0 spurt for Ellsworth going back to the end of the third quarter when the Knights at one point had it 40-39. Hamilton forcing one up to the basket, onto the stage it goes. It'll stay with the Knights. Knights have managed to keep falling down 6, 7, 8 points, as many as 8, but they keep battling back as well to get within 1 or 2. Inbound to Richards, bounce pass to Lee. Looking against the zone defense by Ellsworth, high off the glass, and deflection and the rebound is going to go to Haxton. Spinning around Lee, still trying to get across the timeline, and does. 5:45 left, fourth quarter. The Knights are down 7, 46-39. So the 6-0 run Ellsworth is on now. Another pass, and boy, Douglas had a hand on it. Looked from here like it was all ball, but the referee's got a heck of a lot closer look than I do. So to the free throw line is Lindsley. That's just the first on Douglas. Free throw up and good. And now she's got 7. That's an 8-point game now. Next free throw would give Ellsworth its biggest lead of 9. If it goes, and it does. (48-39). Douglas out high to Richards. 5:25 left. Knights down by 9 now. It's a 7-0 run by Ellsworth. Douglas in the lane, and she's going to be fouled going up. Keyser picks up the foul. It's her 4th. Just the first on Ellsworth here in the fourth quarter. Free throw by Douglas, bangs it in there. She's got 7. That's the first point for the Knight here in the quarter. As again, going back to the late third, it was the second free throw is also good. 8 for Douglas. That cuts the lead to 7. 7-0 run gave Ellsworth its biggest lead a moment ago at 48-39, now 48-41. Foul called on Mia Hamilton against the Knights. That'll be the 3rd team foul, also her 3rd personal. Just over 5 to play in the 4th. And the Knights looking up at a 7-point deficit. Some pressure in the backcourt by the Knights. Hamilton and Lee trying to trap Haxton. 3-point shot now down the floor, and Laney Peshka now with 16, and the lead is 10, 51-41. Full timeout called by the Knights. Will take one as well. Knights are down 51-41 as you're listening to Sacred Heart Basketball. Just under 5 to play in regulation here on SalinaPost.com.
Close your eyes. Now, imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community, or the camaraderie at southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
And now back to Sacred Heart basketball.
Welcome back to Sacred Heart basketball. Adam Coulter and Trey Tully on the broadcast this evening. Knights, their biggest deficit now, down by 10. Back late in the third, the Knights had it within one, actually twice in the third. Early in the quarter, 33-32, and late in the quarter, 40-39. But then what started late in the third and continued into the fourth quarter, a 7-0 run made the score. Or check that, an 8-0 run. Hamilton for three left side, though. That'll go. Mia's got 11. And the lead is also down to 7, 51-44. And there's still a lot of time in this game left. Still 4:25 to go. The way these two teams have been up and down the floor. Foul called on Mia Hamilton with her fourth. Bethany Campa is going to check in for her. And it's going to be Ellsworth ball out of bounds. 4 against the Knights, so none to give for the Knights now before they'll. The next free throw will put Ellsworth into the bonus. Meanwhile, the Bearcats have only been rung up for 1 here in the quarter thus far. 4:15. Lindsley with it. Between the rings, working against Douglas. Back up top to Haxton. Haxton into the near corner. Only right low block. That was a nice pass up, though. No good, and a tie-up between about 4 girls. Possession arrow, I should say, going to go to Sacred Heart. So 4:03. Halfway home in the fourth. 4 minutes left. Bearcats 51, Knights 44. 7-point game. Richards up top to Douglas. Drives to the left side of the lane, up and good. Timeout by the Knights. Another full timeout. We'll take one as well. The lead down to 5. And that's a 5-0 run by the Knights to cut it from 51-41 to 51-46. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with more after a break. As you're watching and listening to Sacred Heart Basketball on Salina Post, presented by Salina Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
Finding the right home can be a real challenge, especially if you don't have the right person guiding the way. That's where Dan Goebel at Salina Homes can help. For the past 21 years, Dan has been serving Salina and the surrounding communities, and now he wants to serve you. With unpredictable interest rates, pricing, and availability, you can trust Dan, a Dave Ramsey trusted pro real estate agent, to help you find the right house to call home. Contact Dan at 785-819-1904. Again, that's 819-1904.
Back at Sacred Heart, Adam Coulter and Trey Tully. A bit of a game reset here. 51-46. The Knights trail by 5 to the Bearcats. Each team with 2 timeouts remaining. Possession arrow pointing the way of Ellsworth. 4 fouls against the Knights and 1 foul as a team against Ellsworth here in the final period. 3:47 left again. 51-46. Ellsworth by 5 with the ball. Clock will roll once again. Just past the midpoint of the quarter. Up high, Paxton with it. Working against Douglas defensively. Now Lee comes up to pick up Peshka. The 3 from the right side, up and short. Long rebound, though, right in the hands of Peshka. Or rather, Haxton, I should say. Backs up to burn a little clock. Beyond the rings now. Now it's Peshka. Lee guards her. And now again back to Haxton. Douglas gives chase to her. So 3 minutes left as Ellsworth burning some clock. Still a 3-possession, 7-point lead for the Bearcats. Now under 3 to play at 2:55. And still just a little catch around the arc. And right now not going for a shot as there's a shot up and short, and they burned a good minute off that clock. Lee on the other end now for the Knights with just 2.5 to go. 3-ball, yes. Addy with 18, another timeout by the Knights. They've got 1 left. This will be a 30. And we'll go ahead and keep it right here as 2:26 left, and that cuts the lead down to 2. .226 to go, 51-49. Lee with 18 points. Douglas with 10. Hamilton with 11 for the Knights, also Sharpton 4. And Bethany Campbell with 6 for Sacred Heart. Peshka 16 for Ellsworth. Lindsley with 8. Haxton with 8. Keyser with 6. Moore with 4. Hanson with 4. Place with 4. Rodriguez with 2. So 1 timeout left for the Knights, 2 for the Bearcats. 4 fouls against Sacred Heart, so the next one will put Ellsworth into the bonus and shoot 2 free throws from here on out. Just 1 against Ellsworth right now. 51-49. Knights back within 2. Still 2:15 to play. Close game now, and a lot can happen after the Knights come back from an 8-0 spurt by the Knights. Now to get within 2 after they were down by 10, and there's an offensive foul. And Haxton can't believe it. Second team foul, and the Knights with the ball back. And I can hear the Ellsworth fans behind me again. I mentioned earlier in the week when Southeast was in town, another school in close proximity, a couple of adjacent counties in Ellsworth and in Salina. So another good crowd here for the home fans and the visiting fans making the trip. Outside, Mia Hamilton for 3. Oh, that was halfway down and would not go. Sharpton the offensive rebound, put back up again. That'll miss again and tipped up. And the rebound, Douglas and Sharpton both got a hand on it, but ultimately it comes down into the hands of Peshka. 90 seconds left, and there's a foul, and Mia Hamilton just fouled out. So she's going to foul out with 11. And that's 5 against the Knights as well. So Ellsworth in the bonus. They'll shoot 2 for the duration of the game. 1:31 to play. A nice hand for Mia Hamilton, who just fouled out with 11 points. At the free throw line, shot good by Haxton. She's got 9, and the lead is 3. Big free throw here would extend the lead back to a 2-possession game, and that one's also good. So she's got 10. (53-49). Another foul called, and they call it on Peshka, her third team foul. So just 1 to give now. Up it goes to Bethany Campa from Douglas. Bounce pass back to Schuyler for 3. Up top, no. 1:15 to go. Knights down by 4. 2-possession game. Ellsworth with it back. Clinging to a 4-point cushion. 1:05 and counting now. And between 2 defenders is Haxton, between Douglas and Lee, with 1 minute left. Knights are going to have to foul sooner or later. There's a pass and a block on the right side, but right back to Haxton, and there's a reach-in foul by Schuyler Douglas. So again, 2 shots coming. Schuyler's second personal. 2 shots for Lainey Peshka, who hit 4 of them in the second quarter. Free throw up, and calmly buries another one. 54-49, and the second one misses. 47 seconds left, now 45 and 44. Sacred Heart needs a basket right here. 40 seconds and counting. Bounce pass to the right. Lee looking, driving the right side, trying to duck her head and kicked ball, and it'll stay with Sacred Heart. So if nothing else, if you're an Ellsworth fan, that took another several seconds off the clock, just 31.1 to go now. Up it goes to Lee. Lee trying to create some space for herself. Campa with it. And looking back, Harati Lee, and throws it into the backcourt. And that'll be well, it actually goes out of bounds. And actually the Knights caught a full timeout by the Knights. It'll be their last. The Knights actually caught a break there. That would have been a backcourt violation as Lee gave chase. And it was actually last touched by an Ellsworth player. So it's going to go back to Sacred Heart out of the timeout. 19.7 to go in the regulation. The Knights trail 54-49. Back in action now, 19.7 seconds to go in the regulation, not in the regulation, but in the lead. Knights need to get a quick one. Then hope for a turnover or steal or foul. Douglas up and under, shot good. 6 points in the quarter and got a foul. And the Knights, they don't get the foul call, and that will do it. 54-51. As the Knights can never get over that hump and get the lead, but what a game where Ellsworth saved for an 8-8 tie early. Ellsworth led wire to wire, but the Knights within two several times, got back within one a couple times in the third, but never did get over the hump and get the lead in this one. Nope, doing some quick math there. Final scoring numbers here for the Knights. Addie Lee, 18 to lead her team in all scores. 12 for Skylar Douglas, 11 for Mia Hamilton, who fouled out. 6 for Bethany Campa, and 4 by Eden Sharpton for Sacred Heart. Meanwhile, for the Lady Bearcats, 8 ladies hit the floor. Every one of them scores. 16 for Lainey Peshka, 10 for Elise Haxton, 8 for Joanna Lindsley, 6 for Josie Keyser, 6 for Reagan Hansen, 6 for Kinley Place, 4 for Alexis Moore, and 2 by Kelly Rodriguez. But as I say often, the biggest numbers of all, 54 to 40, or 54, boy, 54-51, easy for me to say. Ellsworth wins it 54-51. The Lady Bearcats are 6-3, 4-2 in the NCAA league. Meanwhile, for the Knights, they're 4-6, 2-3 in the NCAA league standings. So we'll take a break, come back and get you set for the boys game coming up, our second of 2 here tonight from Sacred Heart. Hope you're enjoying it thus far. A good first game, hopefully the second just as good between these two league rivals. 54-51, the Ellsworth Lady Bearcats never trail and take it by 3 over Sacred Heart here tonight. You're listening and watching to Sacred Heart basketball. Back after a break here on SalinaPost.com. Welcome back to Sacred Heart Basketball. Adam Coulter and Trey Tully on the broadcast this evening. We get set for the Ellsworth Bearcats and Sacred Heart Knights. Head coach of the Knights, Brian Gormley's team, 9-0 and a perfect 4-0 as well in league play. And tonight, starting as usual for the Knights, will be senior Carson Lehman, junior Luke Colin, junior Will Tuttle, sophomore Maddox Wells, and sophomore Noah Hines. So again, Noah Hines, Maddox Wells, Will Tuttle, Luke Colin, and Carson Lehman, starting 5 for the Knights, trying to stay perfect at 9-0 coming in, 4-0 in the league, and again, head coach is Brian Gormley. For Ellsworth, meanwhile, 6'1 junior Tucker Goss, 6'1 sophomore Jace Thomason, 5'11 senior Dax Leiker, 6'2 junior Ethan Tully, and 6'4 junior Cooper McGowan will start for the Bearcats. Goss, Thomason, Leiker, Tully, and McGowan as the Bearcats come in 4-4, 2-3 in NCAA league play. Their head coach is Jeff Landon. And one of the coolest things, I'm not sure if where the camera was turned at the moment, but we had, I think I was one of a few people that knew it was going to happen, but here at the scorer's table with the PA announcer and the principal and the athletic director talking a bit earlier, I knew we were going to have electric guitar that was going to be playing our national anthem. So if you like blaring guitars, and I'm certainly one of those people, that was cool. Here's the opening tap control by Sacred Heart, as was Cooper McGowan against Will Tuttle at half court. Knights right to left, Bearcats in the road Reds left to right here in the opening half as we view it underway. There's Noah Hines. Looks to his left, Maddox Wells. Now with Tuttle, left lane line to the baseline, now back out. That's Colin, lost it on the way up, and back down the floor quickly, Tucker Goss for the road team. Visiting team tonight, the Ellsworth Bearcats, 3-ball up top, good. Jace Thomason. And a 3-0 early lead by the Bearcats here on the road. There's a block from behind off a shot by Colin, just tipped, and now Will Tull's going to pick up a foul at half court as he bumps into Tucker Goss. 50 seconds, opening minute here of our second game of 2. Great first game, and looking forward to a good fight between two league rivals in this one as well. Tucker Goss just inside the arc to Ethan Tully. Back to Goss, back to Tully. Hands it off to Dax Leiker beyond the arc now. A shot from the right elbow up, missing badly. And the rebound taken in by Tuttle. On the other end is Hines. Tuttle, ball fake, top of the key, all the way down the lane, left side up and good. And it's 3-2. 90 seconds left. Damatucci's gonna make an early entrance off the bench. Just heard coach, there's a shot missing, rebound Tuttle again. I heard go get him, but I'm not sure who's coming out yet. Shot up by Hines is blocked. Ellsworth coming back. 3 from the corner is up, that'll miss. Rebound, another one to Tuttle. Out of Wells, left side. Colin, Tuttle a long 3, right wing, and buried it. Will Tuttle 5, Jace Thomason 3. 2-point lead now for the Knights, and
Try, 5, scramble! Right here.
I'm sure my eyes got a little big there that play. Loose ball, and I had Dax Leiker heading right towards me going for it, but I'm sure I make a interesting expression here and there. Shot up by McGowan is no good. Rebound Colin for the Knights. 5.5 to play in a quick moving opening quarter. There's another block shot, but a foul called. And it'll be out of bounds, and that's going to put Colin to the free throw line for the Knights. And the foul called on Liker is first. Each team, first team foul. And the free throw up and good. So an early point for Luke Colin. The lead now 6-3. Second one up, missed. Offensive rebound, Tuttle. Out to Hines. Left wing now. Beyond the arc, top of the key. Tuttle back to Hines again, right side. Matucci's checked in for Wells, by the way. And Matucci down with the ball, right low block. And they're going to call. Jace Thomason called for the foul. His first personal, second team foul against the Bearcats. Knights have been rung up for one so far. Knights with it out of bounds. Matucci all the way around the horn. It goes to Colin. Looking for Tuttle on the baseline. Trying to swing a pass to him. Another foul is going to be called. And this one will go on Cooper McGowan. Third team foul and McGowan's first personal. Lehman the inbound pass. Lehman with the ball now. Tuttle for three from the near corner will go. Luke with a couple of threes to add to his first two of the game. The first basket for the Knights in the game. 8 of the 9 points scored by Will Tuttle. And the Knights now have gone from down 3-0 to up 9-3. They're on a 9-0 run. .435 jump stop, kicked out, left side now on the baseline. A pull-up shot short. Rebound, another one to Tuttle. And on the other, and Luke Colin with a basket and a timeout called. 4:22 left. Ellsworth, Jace Thomason got the opening three, but the Knights on an 11-0 run since. 4:22 left, opening quarter. You're listening and watching to Sacred Heart Basketball on SalinaPost.com.
Finding the right home can be a real challenge, especially if you don't have the right person guiding the way. That's where Dan Goebel at Salina Homes can help. For the past 21 years, Dan has been serving Salina and the surrounding communities, and now he wants to serve you. With unpredictable interest rates, pricing, and availability, you can trust Dan, a Dave Ramsey trusted pro real estate agent, to help you find the right house to call home. Contact Dan at 785-819-1904. Again, that's 819-1904.
You're listening to Sacred Heart Basketball.
And back here from the Sacred Heart Gym, Adam Coulter and Trey Tully on the broadcast as the Knights surrender an opening three-point basket to Jace Thomason. But from that point, the Knights are on an 11-0 run, which continues now at the 4-minute, 18-second mark of the first quarter. So 11 straight for the Knights, and a reach in, and Colin's going to pick up a foul. As Coleman reached in on Thomason. Comes Wells into the game for Colin. 4:13 left. Not quite halfway through the opening period. And trying to get it in, McGowan from Liker. Tully with it now. Little lob into the lane, turnaround shot up and no good, tipped around, and right back to Goss, who missed the initial shot. Now to the left elbow, turns around, McGowan there to get it. Stopped at the elbow there, shot up from three-point range, up and good. And Dax Liker makes it an 11-6 game. 3:40 left in the first. Knights led by as many as 8 a moment ago. The lead is 5 at 11-6. 3.5 and counting here in the opening quarter. Maddox Wells fouled on the way up. This will be 4 as the foul goes on Ethan Tully. Fourth team foul. First personal on Tully. And the first free throw rattles in and out for Maddox Wells. Carson Jacobs is going to check in. Second shot good. So Wells makes it a 6-point game. And here come the Bearcats back down the floor to the baseline. Turnaround shot up and good by Tucker Goss. 12-8, 4-point game. Matucci kicked out. Wells for 3, up and got the roll. So 4 for Wells. That was just one of those shots with a crazy bounce. Got some iron, skipped off the backboard, and it went. 2:45 to play, third quarter. Shot from the right baseline up. Another one up and good. This one by Dax Leiker. He's got 5 points. Wells with 4, Colin with 3, Tuttle with 8 for the Knights. Leiker with 5, Thomason 3, and Goss 2 for Ellsworth. 15-10, there's Wells up. And a traveling violation is the call.
Hey, 24
I think I said Wells. If I did, that was actually on Hines. 2:21 to play in the first, 15-10. Knights with a couple of fouls to give. They committed just 2. And Ellsworth none to give. The next one will put the Knights in the bonus. In the center circle, Lehman working against Goss. And there's a pass thrown away into the hands of Tuttle. Racing down the floor, one-on-one, too strong off the glass, and he knew it just for a moment. He kind of threw his arms up just for a split second. He knew he'd missed the shot. Back down to the other end with 1:45 to go, though. And McGowan with a pass over to Tully. As a foul is going to go on Maddox Wells. They're going to Ben Disberger into the game for the first time for the Knights. And he'll come in for Noah Hines. First foul, by the way, on Maddox Wells. Third team foul against the Knights. Still 1 to give. 1:42 left first quarter. Knights 15, Bearcats 10. Into McGowan, working against Disberger, and now loses him, but right into Tuttle. Up now Thomason back in the near corner. Two shot up and no good by McGowan. Missed there. Wells from Matucci all the way around the arc. Lehman to Tuttle in the lane, and he's called for a traveling violation. And
hey, stick the landing. Stick it.
1:18 left first quarter, 15-10. Again, if you're just joining us, the Bearcats open with the first basket, a three-pointer by Jace Thomason. Knights then rattled off 11 straight. And the Knights now lead it by 5, 15-10. Another pull-up from the baseline, almost the same spot, but this time it won't go for Leiker. Out from Matucci, now to Wells. Back to Matucci, top of the key, drives the right lane line, lost the handle, and a foul that should put, it's going to be 5 if it's on Ellsworth.
44.
Carson Jacobs called for the first foul. Dom Matucci to shoot free throws for Sacred Heart. That was the 5th team foul. Ben Marr is going to check in here for the Knights. Free throw good by Dom, his first point. Cameron Gardner checks in. And as I said, Ben Mars checks in for Sacred Heart. Second free throw by Dom is halfway down and out. Rebound to Ellsworth. There's a turnover against Ellsworth. So Will checks back in. Disberger out. So Maddox Wells out there. Carson Lehman. Ben Mars. Don Matucci and Will Tuttle for the Knights. Tucker Goss and Ethan Tully are out there, as are Cameron Gardner, Carson Jacobs. Actually, Jacobs went out. Also in there, Jace Thomason. And Dax Leiker for Ellsworth. 38 seconds left. Tuttle with position, and he draws a 2-shot foul. Knights with a 6-point lead. This could make it a 3-possession lead with just one of these free throws made.
Number 0, Tucker Goss. His first.
Tucker Goss, his first personal foul. And the free throw missed by Will Tuttle. Disberger set to check back in here right in front of us at the scorer's table. Free throw, second one good by Tuttle. There's 9 for Will. Lehman comes out. Lehman and Tuttle come out. Disberger, and also back in there is Noah Hines. McGowan checks back in for Ellsworth. Out goes Ethan Tully. 17-10 Knights, a 3-possession lead at the moment. 35.9 to go late in the first quarter. Don Matucci working against Dax Leiker, offense to defense. And now he picks up Jace Thomason. Left side now Hines and Tucker Goss. Gardner with it. Back to the near side. Now McGowan. 2 tall guys out there right now. McGowan for Ellsworth. And Disberger for Sacred Heart. At about 6'4" apiece. Disberger comes out. Mars comes out. Wells comes back in. Also back in is Coland. So it's Wells and Tuttle, Lehman, Hines, and Matucci. Shot up and missed. And that'll do it for the opening quarter. After one, Knights lead by as many as 8 when they go on an 11-0 run after giving up the initial 3. Ended the opening 8 minutes. The Knights lead it by a count of 17-10. We'll be back after the break for the second quarter. You're listening to and watching Sacred Heart Basketball on SalinaPost.com.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Life is better with American Family Insurance because our agents provide specialized local expertise to help you get the right coverage at the right price. We understand that farming and ranching is at the heart of what you do, and we want to help protect what you've worked so hard for. Let's build the policy your farm and ranch deserves.
Contact Scott Osherman, agent at Scott Osherman Agency, Inc. at 785-392-3111 today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
And now back to Sacred Heart Basketball.
Back from the Sacred Heart Gym, underway in the second quarter. Knights by 7, 17-10. As Ellsworth starts with the ball here in the second frame. Up high beyond the arc, Jace Thomason. Now McGowan again working against Disberger. A jump stop there, and that's a call a foul on Disberger against the Knights and puts McGowan to the free throw line for Ellsworth. First minute, second quarter. Free throw line, shot up and good. That's McGowan's first point. That cuts it back to a 2-possession game. That's 17-11. And McGowan calmly buries 2 free throws. 17-12. About a half minute gone by here in quarter number 2. To his right, Maddox Wells to the basket, forced one up. Rebound though, Disberger, Johnny on the spot, up and good from the left side. That's Ben's first couple. And the lead is 7 again at 19-12 now. 45 seconds gone by early here in the second. McGowan trying to catch a pick and get around Disberger. Kick back out now in the corner, left side. Shot missed, rebound to Hines for the Knights. Outlet to Colin. To the left side, now back to Hines, to his right to Matucci. He'll try a 3 from the corner, and no rim. As my dad would say, a little string music. Nothing but rip chords. There's a foul call that'll go, I believe, on the Knights. And it'll be against Luke Colin, his second, and the second on the team as well. There's a 3 to answer on the other end. That's going to be missed. High for the rebound is Don Matucci off the miss by Thomason. 90 seconds gone by, second quarter, into the corner near side. Up, and that one will pop in and out on Carson Lehman. Rebound taken by Leiker and back to Ellsworth. Quickly back down the floor now, McGowan in the near corner, right in front of the Knight bench. Swings a pass, and 3-point shot from the left wing is good. Goss now with 5. 6 minutes left before halftime. 22-15. Lehman to the right side in the corner. Now on the far side, Matucci back to the left. Lehman from Wells. Lehman to Hines. And now Matucci again, this time on the left, in the left corner, now dribbles to the left wing. Beyond the arc, now to Hines. Now back up top again. Matucci from Wells. Left side open. Hines for 3. Left corner. Too strong on the 3. Rebound McGowan, and he wants to runs. Bounce pass and taken away by the nut. Well, Matucci and Wells in the neighborhood. As coming out will be Lehman. Back in will be Tuttle. 5:24 left. Tuttle back in. Lehman comes out. I think I just said that actually. Now in the lane over. Tuttle, a shot up and missing by Tully, who's come back in. Hines on the other end. Now to Tuttle. In the lane. Kicked out. In the corner, far side. And that's too strong by Maddox Wells. (22-15) Knights. Each team with 5 here in the second. 7-point spread as it was at the end of the opening quarter. Runner, right lane line, and that won't go for Dax Leiker. Outlet now, Wells to Tuttle, back to Wells. Up top to Hines, an open 3, top of the key. And they keep giving them those open 3s, and they're burying them. That's Hines' first basket. Colin's going to come back in. Biggest lead now for the Knights. It's 25-15. 3-pointer again. That one's going to miss short. And one into the waiting arms of one of the cheerleaders over there for Sacred Heart. 4:19 to play in the opening half as Matucci comes out. Disberger back in. Disberger, Colin, Hines, Wells, and Tuttle. Leiker out there, as is Jacobs. McGowan. Tully in there. And Tucker Goss out there for Ellsworth. Tuttle to Wells to Hines. Left side, Tuttle for 3. Guarded 3, and that one wanted to pop out but wouldn't. Tuttle with a dozen, first player in double figures for either team. And the lead now is a Baker's dozen, 28. The deflection out of bounds. And Coach Gormley kind of going a little rapid fire with some of his substitutions. If he sees something he's not liking, next chance he gets, he'll get a player in and a player out. There's Tuttle for three, right corner missing. Rebound to McGowan. 3:25 to go before halftime, and now the Knights, their biggest advantage of 13. McGowan picked up his dribble, now kicked out top of the key to Goss. That'll miss. And a long rebound to Will Tuttle.
Hey, Will, go over there. Dad, KU, son.
Slowly we approach the 3-minute mark before the end of two. Tuttle kicked back out to Hines. He'll drive the lane, pull up with the right hand. That'll miss. Colin, or rather, Lehman, the only one that shot with the rebound there, but was flanked by three Ellsworth defenders. 2:40 left first half, 28-17, and a full timeout called by Brian Gormley and Sacred Heart. 2:37 to go, second quarter. It's the Knights 28. Bearcats 17, back after a break. You're listening and watching Sacred Heart Basketball on SalinaPost.com.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at SalinaPost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Welcome back to the ball. Adam Coulter and Trey Tully on the broadcast. Out of bounds, right in front of me. Will Tuttle into Maddox Wells. As we've got 2.5 to go before intermission. Knights by 11. Shot up, that won't go. Offensive rebound, put back by Disberger. A strong move. Offensive rebound and the putback. He's got 4, and the lead now 13 again. 30-17. Now, the free throw line, McGowan goes to the right side, pulls up from the baseline, and he hits that one. He's got 4. 30-19. Knights by 11. Will out to the left wing, now dumps it off to Matucci. Right side to Hines, and now back to Tuttle again. McGowan giving him fits defensively now. Matucci from the 3 from the near corner. That one, a full rotation around the cylinder, but would not fall. Spun out on him. Now 90 seconds. Here's Jacobs. And the ball tipped into the backcourt, but it went off a Knight. McGowan to retrieve it. Kicked down now, 1:20 left. Tough jumper over a couple of Knights. It's missed. Now the Knights back down the floor. Matucci with it. Left baseline, now to the right corner on the far side. Disberger. And a whistle and a foul will be called. Just the third of the quarter. In a fast-paced second quarter. 1:09 left before halftime. 30-19. I do want to remind you while I'm thinking of it as well. Second foul, by the way, on Dax Leiker. I have another banner presentation at halftime, so we hope you'll be watching for that. .50 seconds to go. Left side into the corner for three now. That'll miss. Long rebound taken by to Wells, Tuttle, and Hines with it beyond the arc. And between the rings now Matucci from Wells. Hines again. The Knights look like they're going to be content to go for one here. We've got 20 seconds left now. Wells is going to dribble this one out to about 10 seconds. And now starters move there to the basket to Tuttle. A spin there, kicked out. Left side, Matucci with a spin. Now Tuttle for three. And that is a three-shot foul coming for Will Tuttle. The foul is on Cooper McGowan. Second team foul against Ellsworth, 1.6 seconds left. And Tuttle to the free throw line for three shots. As to the scorer's table, first free throw is good. Tuttle with 13. Second free throw is good. Drew Davis checks in for the first time. Carson Jacobs also back in there. All three good. Mason Brown's checked into the game for the Knights. Mason Brown out there will join Disberger and Wells, Matucci, and Lehman for the final 1.6. Three-quarter court heave is well strong, and we're through the opening 16 minutes. Sacred Heart, after an opening three by Ellsworth, went on top 11-3 with a sizable run in the first. They led 17-10 after one, and they lead here at the break by 14. Our score, Sacred Heart 33 and Ellsworth 19. We will take a break here at halftime. We will focus our camera on half court, and again another presentation we want to have on camera for you that are watching our live stream. So hope you enjoy that, and we'll be back with the scoring numbers here in the first half for the boys and get you set for the second half as well. You're listening and watching to Sacred Heart Basketball on SalinaPost.com.
At this time, we'd like to recognize Sacred Heart's 2024 Golf State Championship team. State members include Michael Matucci, Hunter Newell, Walker Tuttle, Luke Newell, Jason Marr, and Dominic Matucci. Your Sacred Heart head coach, Patrick Newell. Sacred Heart completed the 2024 golf season last May by winning their 9th straight state golf title. They now hold the record for the most consecutive state titles for any class in the state of Kansas. The team took first at 2A state regionals, which was held at the Addison Golf Course in Belleville. At the 2A state tournament, which was held at Mariah Hills Golf Course in Dodge City, the Knights beat the state runner-up Ellenwood by 57 shots to claim their 9th straight 2A state golf championship. Individual regional and state accomplishment includes Jason Mars, finished 10th at regionals and tied for 26th at state. Don Matucci, 7th at regionals and finished 12th at state. Hunter Newell, 3rd at regionals, 10th at state. 10th at regionals, 4th at state. Luke Newell, 4th at regionals, 3rd at state. And Mike Matucci, 1st at regionals, 2nd at state. At this time, Principal John Krychek and Athletic Director Bryce Woodall will present the 2024 State Golf Championship banner to the 2024 State Golf Team. Congratulations, Knights, on a very successful season. Please welcome members of the Sacred Heart 2024 Scholars Bowl team. Andy Marshall. Jason Mars. Abram Anderson. Jaden King. Nathan White. And Luke Newell. Coaching staff, head coach David Green. And assistant coach Anna Valia Gordon. In 2022, the Sacred Heart Scholars Bowl team won the state championship. In 2023, they did it again. And in 2024, the team knew they would have to work hard in order to pull off the three-peat for the Kansas City Chiefs. Everyone worked very hard, but team captain Andy Marshall took it to another level and led the team strong. They won first place at Abilene, Lincoln, southeast of Salina, in 2A regional. And in 2023-2024, Scholars Bowl team completed its season at the 2A state tournament in Mount Ridge, where they won against Wichita Independence to secure the state Scholars Bowl championship for the third year in a row. Congratulations to the 2023-2024 Sacred Heart Knights Scholars Bowl team. In all that we do, we seek to bring glory and honor to God. At this time, Principal John Krychek and Athletic Director Bryce Woodall will present the Sacred Heart Scholars Bowl team with their 2024 state championship banner.
Welcome back to Sacred Heart. I thought they might put a little more time back on the clock. The presentation there at halftime left about 3 minutes on the clock, and the players were still just heading out, but well, nonetheless, players are back out. Starting in the second half for the Knights, Noah Hines, Will Tuttle, Carson Lehman, Maddox Wells, and Dom Matucci will be out there for the Knights. Meanwhile, for Ellsworth, Tucker Goss, Jace Thomason, Cooper McGowan. Starting five, Tucker Goss and Dax Leiker all out there for the Bearcats. And we are underway in the third with the Knights now moving left to right. Ellsworth right to left as we view it. And congratulations to the boys golf team and also the Scholars Bowl teams from Sacred Heart. Two more banners to hang up here proudly in the Sacred Heart gym, and there's our first foul of the second half. Just quickly over the scores. Will Tuttle with 15, 4 apiece for Ben Disberger, Dom Matucci, and Maddox Wells, and 3 apiece for Noah Hines and Luke Colin. Meanwhile, for Ellsworth, 7 for Dax Leiker. Inbound to Tuttle for 3, short. And the rebound taken by Tully. 7 for Dax Leiker, 5 for Tucker Goss, 4 for Cooper McGowan, and 3 for Jace Thomason as the score here at the break. And now the opening minute of the third quarter, 33-19 Sacred Heart. There's a 3 from the top of the key. That one off the backboard in the iron and no good. Lehman down the floor. Still not through the opening minute here, the third, and to Wells. Now to Hines. Now back to Tuttle in the near corner. Working against McGowan. Double team there, kicked out to Hines. Thought about a 3 for a second there. To the basket he goes. And that shot also missed, and a foul is going to go on Noah Hines. So each team will now have 1. Luke Colin called for the foul his first. As I said, each team with 1 here. We played about a minute 20 seconds here into the third quarter and second half. Pass to McGowan, right baseline, and foul's going to go on Will Tuttle. Second personal on Tuttle. Second on the team as well for Sacred Heart. Goss now a shot in the lane, turnaround up by Tuttle, or Tully I should say. Tully missed it, Tuttle got the rebound. Around the arc, Colin, left side, Matucci. So Wells now back to Lehman. Matucci back to the corner on the near side. Tuttle for 3 and rattles that one in. 18 for Will. Coming off a 30-point game Tuesday up at Republic County. And even 30 Tuesday night. 36-19. The lead is 17 for the Knights now. McGowan on the right elbow, working against Tuttle there for a moment. 5:35 to play. Third quarter. Knights up 17 now. There's a shot on the right side, buried. And Jace Thomason, second 3, he's got 6. Each team with a 3 in the quarter. It's a 14-point game again. Matucci on the other end, though. Offensive rebound. Maddox Wells with a putback up and good. He also with a half dozen. 16-point game, 38-22 Knights. Turnaround by Goss. Tough shot up and good. He's got 7. And the lead is 14 once again. So back and forth we go here. All the way to the basket from the left side, up. And Maddox Wells, 2 and 1. It's 8 for Maddox, and a chance for a 9th.
He's got the gallon. Great job. Make sure you get that angle a little more towards the corner, right?
Free throw missed the scoreboard right now.
Squeeze! Squeeze, Luke! Squeeze, Luke!
I don't think reflecting that last basket. Shot up, missed.
Go back!
Matucci from Coland out. Wells again, kicked out for Tuttle for 3, right side, missed. Disberger back in there for the Knights. Long pass, right corner again for 3, that'll miss. Tipped up, board to Disberger. Nice pass to Maddox Wells, give Disberger the assist. And Wells a quick 6 in the quarter. I think there should be one more basket for Sacred Heart on the board right now, but nonetheless, I've got the Knights for 42. The board has them with 40. 3:35 to play. Knights back down the floor again. Turn around by Disberger, blocked by McGowan. The runner, a scoop shot missing by Goss, and the rebound taken by Tuttle, outlet to Matucci. Now Wells one more time. Left side, Matucci spinning there from the wing left. Dumped off to Wells one more time into the lane. To Colin, might have been deflected partially, but got his own rebound from the near corner. Far side, Tuttle will try, and back and forth it goes, and out of bounds, it'll stay with the Knights. 3 minutes even left. .40-24, under 3 to play now in the third. And there's a put up by Tuttle, wouldn't get to go. Offensive rebound. A second one by Disberger. That one will go. He's got 6 off the bench. A couple of misses by Tuttle, but Disberger, another offensive rebound, another basket for the Knights. 42-24. Turnaround shot, another miss. That one by Drew Davis for Ellsworth. The Knights starting to really run away with this one, up by 18 now. And Luke Colin draws a 2-shot foul. Goss picks up his second personal foul. That's the third on the team. And the free throw is up, and the free throw is good by Luke Colin now with his 4th point. And a timeout is going to be called. 2:28 to go in the third quarter now with the Knights up 43-34. Back after a timeout, a full timeout. You're watching and listening to Sacred Heart Basketball on SalinaPost.com.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of 2 types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialists will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Back here from Sacred Heart. Free throws up and missing by Luke Colin. 43-24. And the rebound goes to Coland off the Ellsworth miss with just over 2 to play here in the third. Skies that. Into the near corner, off to our right.
Hey, squeeze! Come go right, squeeze, Noah!
2 minutes to go. Third quarter, Knights by 19, 43-24. Turnaround shot up and good by Tucker Goss.
Hey, front hand.
Clock continues to melt away here in the third quarter. Is Don Matucci, right side. Hines for 3, right through there and good. Hines with 6, and the lead is an even 20, 46-26 now. The Knights opened up their biggest advantage now, new high water mark. 1:20 left. Third quarter, the Knights by 20 with the ball. There's Hines again. Hines to the near corner, now to the wing. Between the rings, it's Coland. Wells on the left side, spitting to the free throw line. Nice backdoor cut up and good. Boy, I found a wide open Disberger. The assist to Coland, the basket to Disberger, and the lead is 22. It's 48-26. And slipping with it, out of bounds it goes. It'll be Knight ball. 51.9 to go. Lehman in for the Knights, in for Wells. And Jacobs comes back in for Drew Davis for Ellsworth. Final 50 seconds here, late third quarter. And up top it goes, there's Lehman with it. Turnaround shot up, good. A turnaround move, and the lane was wide open, and there for the Knights. The 7th Knight to score, and all 5 starters, at least a couple. 20 seconds left. McGowan beyond the arc. Goss thought about a long 3 for a second, now gives it back to McGowan with 15 seconds left. And there's a foul called. 2 shots coming. That'll be just the third on the Knights in the quarter. Likewise, 3 against Ellsworth. McGowan to the free throw line. That's the second personal foul on Ben Disberger. Tuttle back to the scorer's table. Likewise, Ethan Tully. So both number 5s come back in for their respective teams. And that was point number 5 for Cooper McGowan at the free throw line. (50-27). Free throw by McGowan up and good. 4 for 4 from the line. He's got a half dozen. Comes Wells for the Knights with the final seconds ticking away. Tuttle, a tough one, no good. Got his own rebound. Put back up at the horn is good. That'll end the third with Tuttle with points number 19 and 20. The Knights lead it 52-28 after 3 quarters. Back with the 4th after a break. Sacred Heart 52, Ellsworth 28. You're watching and listening to Sacred Heart Basketball on SalinaPost.com.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
Final 8 minutes on the clock here. Knights with a commanding 52-28 lead. So again, Ellsworth's lone lead was at 3-0 early. The Knights opened their scoring with 11 straight points to follow that three-pointer and have not trailed in the game since. Underway here in the fourth, a bounce pass. Wells on the right side, light lane line, and that'll miss though. And the rebound taken back by Tully and back to Ellsworth. And there's a save by Tuttle, but right into the hands of McGowan. Three-point shot, left corner is missed. Offensive rebound taken. Now Goss with the ball to McGowan. Spins in the lane. Little floater with the right hand, no good. Rebound Matucci. Don Matucci called for the foul, and Coach Gormley had a quizzical expression on his face for a moment there, but this is a three-point shot by Goss up top, forcing it up now as Ellsworth looking up at a big deficit in this one. 24 points, 52-28 Knights. Lehman to Hines to Wells, three ball, you betcha. Well, Noah Hines scoreless in the first, but he's had a 3 in the second, a 3 in the third, and now a 3 in the fourth. 9 points on 3 threes. And the lead now 27, 55-28. And there is a missed shot blocked out of bounds by Tuttle.
Everybody here loved that foul because you weren't going to get beat on the board.
Colin back in for Matucci. 6:43. Goss for three, left wing up, no good. Rebound taken by Tuttle. If the Knights were to get three here, that would be no foul there either way as McGowan and Tuttle both hit the deck. Basket good by Hines. And the lead now is 29 for the Knights, 57-28. If the Knights get up by 30 here, the clock will run continuously, and there's a basket by Dax Leiker with 9 points now. 57-30. Lead 27. Maddox Wells kicked out. Colin for three, got it. Colin with 7, and the lead is 30. It's 60-30. And we're gonna have a running clock now. McGowan drives the left lane line, off glass up and good with 8 now. Clock's going to run continuously to finish this one up. There's Lehman, left side to Wells, in the corner to Hines. Back up, Luke Colin, back to Lehman. Up top to Hines, left side again to Tuttle. Working around the three-point arc. Tuttle, Colin left corner up, three-point shot, no good. Rebound taken by Ethan Tully. Cooper McGowan with the rebound and 5 minutes to go in this one. And the Knights are going to stay perfect and get their 10th win of the season. Now with 4:45 left. Tuttle to Colin. Up to Hines, a three again. Out and off the heel, no good. Rebound in the hands of Jace Thomason. 4.5 left in regulation. Knights hit that 30-point threshold for a lead. There's a shot by Goss up and under and a foul. 11 for Goss, first Bearcat in double figures. And since the foul's on Tuttle is third personal, clock runs continuously, under 4 to play in the game now. Goss with the free throw up and missed. I was about to say, since the Knights went up 60-30 to hit that 30-point lead, 6-0 spurt by Ellsworth in that time frame. 3:45 left. Running clock. Knights by 24. Hines to Tuttle in the near corner. Lehman to Colin. Hines between the rings. 3.5 to play. Colin, left baseline, Hines now. Wells, Tuttle, Colin, Lehman. And again, just passing around, that time knocked away. And as we approach 3 minutes to go, I see Colin the rebound off the missed shot. The two Bens at the scorer's table, Disberger and Mars. Tuttle with it into the near corner. Here comes Brown and Armstrong. Mason Brown and Graham Armstrong going to check in. And Coach Gormley calls a timeout. Clock continues to roll as they're just, Coach just used that time out strictly to get some players in, some players out. So in there for the Knights now, Don Matucci, Ben Disberger, Ben Mars, Graham Armstrong, and Mason Brown. Now in there for Ellsworth is Seth Kyler. Drew Davis is out there, also Liam Stone, another freshman out on the floor. Also Carson Jacobs and Drew Davis. Turnaround shot, around it goes, and I had the same reaction. No good by Mason Brown. Makes a rotation around the cylinder, but does not fall for him. Into the lane, here's Gardner. I think when I mentioned the Ellsworth 5 out there, I think I missed Cameron Gardner. Cameron Gardner, Drew Davis, Carson Jacobs. Also in there, Liam Stone. And Seth Kyler. Quick inbound, shot no good. 90 seconds left now. Brown from Armstrong. Actually, Brown to Armstrong, back to Brown. 1, 2, 3 on the clock, 1:23 and counting now. Don Matucci, left side. Armstrong for 3 with the left hand, no good, and the crowd wanted it. The student section wanted it, but would not go again. Final minute plus here in this one. Knights will win it. Knights got the lead 60-32. Start the running clock, but Knights may not wind up scoring after that point. 60-36. Ellsworth, as I mentioned, has the last 6, but of little consequence to the Knights. 45 seconds and counting. Now 40 seconds. Ellsworth is going to fall to 4-5 and 2-4 in the league. The Knights are going to go to 10-0 and 5-0. 30 seconds left for Matucci, and left side again, Armstrong for 3, and that one goes. And you can hear the reaction. Lit up the crowd. Graham Armstrong, sophomore in there, and that will do it. Final score 63-36 as they invert the numbers, and the Knights win this thing by 27. We'll come back after a quick break and give you the final scoring numbers and hopefully catch up with the head coach of the Knights, Brian Gormley. You're watching and listening to Sacred Heart Basketball on SalinaPost.com.
When there is wastewater backing up into your home, time is crucial. Hours are precious to minimize the mess and damage. That is where Salina Septic Service looks out for you with direct access to their dispatch board, so you can schedule the first available appointment, upload pictures and description of your problem on the Salina Septic Service website, and secure your appointment 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Money-saving specials now and information on worry-free service plans when you visit salinasepticservice.com.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
Close your eyes. Now imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community or the camaraderie at southeast of Saline. Envision supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Finding the right home can be a real challenge, especially if you don't have the right person guiding the way. That's where Dan Goebel at Salina Homes can help. For the past 21 years, Dan has been serving Salina and the surrounding communities, and now he wants to serve you. With unpredictable interest rates, pricing, and availability, you can trust Dan, a Dave Ramsey trusted pro real estate agent, to help you find the right house to call home. Contact Dan at 785-819-1904. Again, that's 819-1904.
And now back to Sacred Heart Basketball.
Welcome back to Sacred Heart Basketball. I'm Adam Coulter. Trey Tully also on the broadcast.
And now back to Sacred Heart Basketball.
Oh. Well, if it wasn't obvious before, I guess I wanted to make that point twice, but we are back here. Hoping to catch up with the head boys coach, Brian Gromley, here shortly. But final score in this one, 63-36 is the final, as the Knights hit the magic 30-point number. And win this one, as the Knights now go to 10-0, 5-0 in the league. Meanwhile, the Bearcats 4-5. They're 2-4 in NCAA league play this season. Scoring in the game, Will Tuttle leads the Knights with an even 20, coming off his even 30-point night up at Belleville and Republic County on Tuesday night earlier in the week. Noah Hines with 11, Maddox Wells with 8. Off the bench, Ben Disberger with 8. Also 7 for Luke Coland, 4 for Don Matucci, 2 for Carson Lehman, as all 5 starters scored, as I mentioned. And then the 3 late by the young sophomore Graham Armstrong to cap off the scoring for the Knights and the game as a whole. Meanwhile, 11 for Tucker Goss, 9 by Dax Leiker, and 8 by Cooper McGowan. 6 more by Jace Thomason, and a losing effort for Ellsworth. So one more time, Ellsworth goes to 4-5 overall, 2-4 in the NCAA league. Meanwhile, the Knights 10-0, and they are 5-0 in NCAA league play. Next game for the Knights, by the way, they are off all of next week, where they have not played in a midseason tournament the last several years, actually. They were in the SIT for years, and the last several seasons. They picked up some games here and there, but they've had this particular week off, the third week of January, usually the third or the fourth week of January, but that has to be the third week. Next week will be the fourth. Anyway, point being the Knights are off until they go to Beloit, always a tough place to play, and that'll be coming up on Tuesday, January 28th, and joined now by the head coach of Sacred Heart. Getting him on headset here is Brian Gormley. Perfect 10-0 now, 5-0, and a fun one at the end, Coach, but really you got down early, one basket, but you go on a 11-0 run early, and you never look back.
Yeah, you know, our guys, fantastic effort, and especially in that third quarter. I just really thought our execution at both ends was about as good as it's been all season, and that's encouraging going into, you know, this 1 week break that we have as everybody else kind of rolls into midseason tournament time.
And Coach, I noticed something. It was kind of like I felt like I was watching a tennis match a little bit, just watching, especially here second half, really later in the game. But you guys, with the different guys you were getting in, you were past just some of the unselfish play. You were just icing away some or melting away some clock. But the passing in particular caught my eye as far as it just bing, 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 bing. Everybody getting a hand on it and unselfishly just giving it up to their teammates.
Yeah, I tell you what, I think the thing that we have improved on the most is being able to be playmakers for our teammates. I think we're doing a much better job. I think our guys are a little more comfortable being aggressive, getting downhill. Obviously, when you have guys can shoot the three, it spreads out that lane, and we're getting guys open. I think Ben Disberger was the recipient tonight of about 3 or 4 really good passes that gave him opportunities at the basket. And, I mean, he's our rim finisher, and he did a great job when he had those opportunities. And he grabbed a few old boards that kept, you know, when the game was tight early, he came in the game and did a great job around the bucket for us.
He was one of the guys I was watching in particular, him and McGowan, about 6'3", 6'4", and they were doing battle. It seemed like every time the two were in at the same time.
Yeah, I tell you what, you know, we had, and Ben, speaking of, he, you know, most of the time he's guarding a low post guy, but Cooper has that ability to step out, and we wanted Ben to step out with him. And, I mean, we were just super impressed with the way that once he got his feet wet a little bit on the perimeter defense, he was able to play inside out. And our other guys did a nice job squeezing down when they had to.
And I want to bring up Graham Armstrong. You got both Bens in. You got Graham and Mason both in. And Graham finally hit that three, had a couple cracks at it. And always fun to see the student section erupt like that. But
yeah,
mine just
he did. You know, it's fun for everybody. It's fun for the guys. You could see Dom Matucci trying to set those guys up. He's out there. You know, we only had 10 suiting up tonight, so Dom went in and played the end. And he knew right what to do. Mason got robbed down here on the baseline. That one we're rimmed out on him, and crowd erupted. And then, like you said, Graham got his 2. Graham's been an awfully good three-point shooter in JV for us this year. And it's nice to see him maybe get his feet wet a little bit here in varsity because, you know, next year, you never know. Might get another three-point shooter out there.
Absolutely. And I guess something, too, just want to make mention of the always fun for me is I've talked about and I've had different coaches and players and administration just talk about the family atmosphere, and some people will probably roll their eyes when I say that, but literally year by year it seems like the last names stay the same. The first names change, but the last names stay the same a lot of the time. But it's also, again, just a really close knit group as well.
Yeah, it is. And you know what? It's the same way with our entire student body. I mean, it's nice to see the fans up top, the olders, and then we have some returners as far as alumni, young alumni coming back. And it was, you know, it's also kind of caps it tonight is having the 2 banner presentations. I don't know how many, 50 some odd that we've got up there right now, but we're on a roll with golf and Scholars Bowl like no other. So, and we have some basketball players in on both of those. And if dadgum Will Tuttle wouldn't have broken his collarbone last year at the state tournament, I think he might have walked out there with the golf team too.
I remember that too. We were out in Dodge City, and I try not to think. I'm sure you do the same thing. You just try not to think about it and move forward. But Coach, I do want to make mention. Well, a couple things. One, for those listening right now, I'm sitting. Coach is standing here next to me, and where I got a little tongue-tied a little bit ago, I just wanted a little ha-ha that I was saying whatever I was saying. I look up, and thanks for picking me up there. By the way.
No, no problem. No problem. My assistant coach is Coach Damer and Coach Darrow pick me up all the time. So, it's good to have an assist, right?
And finally, you mentioned you guys are off. You'll head to Beloit on the 28th, a week from Tuesday. But between now and then, I talked to you about this a little bit, and just going to make one mention of it. Don't want the attention on myself, but I'm getting married.
Yeah.
Getting married a week from tomorrow. So
okay.
This is
be in Iowa, right?
I'm going to go out to Iowa, so I'll be moving out there, and I know bittersweet for me, but just that said, I want to say while I got you on air, just got to call every one of your games last season and this season as well, the first 10. So I've enjoyed it. It's been a pleasure calling these games with you.
Well, first of all, super congratulations.
Thank you.
Second of all, hey, you do a heck of a job hauling all over the place, up at Republic County, back here at our place. We sure appreciate the coverage. We appreciate everything Salina Post does for us, and we just look forward to seeing you maybe around the road sometime, right?
I won't be a stranger. I'm going to try not to be.
Well, you take care, Adam. We'll see you. Great job.
Head coach Brian Gormley, thank you very much for that. And final score one more time, 63-36. The Knights go to 10-0. They're 5-0 in the NCAA League. They are off. Our next broadcast will be from Beloit, and that's the lone league team that the Knights haven't seen yet, as that'll be up on Tuesday on the 28th of this month, as the Knights will be off all of next week and early into the week after that as well. They'll go back in action on January 28th. So again, did want to make mention but not talk a whole lot about myself, but I do want to say a thank you to all those that have listened to me, as I wasn't planning necessarily on going mid-season, but then decisions changed and we're trying to figure out a date, and it is 1/25/25. So John, I know you're listening. Thank you very much for your support of me, and for all those Sacred Heart fans, whether you're watching online, listening online, if you're driving and you've got your internet on in the vehicle, but however you've been watching and listening, we thank you very much for that. Always appreciate it, and always have enjoyed all the miles we've gone to cover these teams, and it is extremely gratifying, and thank you very much for all the time that I've got to be part of, just a small part of, I'll use the word family again, the Sacred Heart family, so thank you very much for that. Final scores one more time. The Ellsworth girls up in the Sacred Heart girls 54-51, and the Sacred Heart boys earn the split. Final score of this game is 63-36. Thanks again to Brian Gormley, also head coach of the girls as well, in Carl Hines, athletic director for Sacred Heart, Rice Woodall, Principal John Kryacek, and Superintendent Jeff Andrews for all their help, helping me out when I'm here at school and have a question or something that I need to talk with them about. So again, night split with Ellsworth here this evening. For more, log on to salinapost.com. We'll have a recap story from the game. And again, the Knights are off next week, and they'll be back in action at Beloit on Tuesday, January 28th. For Sheree Tully, I'm Adam Coulter, wishing you a good evening, and thank you again here from Sacred Heart.
You've been listening to a presentation of Eagle Radio and Sacred Heart Basketball.